I started today because we didn't have time for that. It's long. I wanted to add some value. I wanted to give you something, kind of a little insight into what I do, but I really wanted you to walk away with some help. And it was kind of cool because first thing, I met Carolyn last event at the social networking one. And she's like, did you do it? Did you do what we were supposed to do? Was anybody else there? Yeah. Did you do what you were supposed to do? See? We don't. Like, she had it, but I did. And it's not going as planned. Like, I get more people on social media, then I lose people, then I say something and it pisses them off, and then I lose somebody else, and I'm like, that's it, I'm getting closer and closer to my people, right? So I want to give you some tips on being stuck, because a lot of times we get here, and I get stuck too, like a lot. But I'm a red, so I know how to get out of it pretty quickly, because I move on to the next thing. And I like to make things happen, and I'm keeping it clean right now. So I'm going to be quick, but I wanted to add some value. So get out your pens and paper. I'm going to give you some handouts in a little bit, but some things happened yesterday. So, okay. All right, Steve, you're in trouble if you forget any of these things, okay? Understand, see it. So y'all write these down. Understand, see it, rule out and release, and integrity.
Oh, crap.
Okay, so if I screw up and I forget, it's all on you. You're in trouble, okay? All right, so I want to, if anybody's stuck anywhere in your life right now, I like to call people out, so raise your hand. Because you're lying, and I told you that last time at the social media one, you're lying. Are you stuck anywhere in your life?
Oh,
anywhere. Health, fitness, personal, professional, relationships, finances, stuck on the couch, stuck anywhere, stuck with anything. So these are like 4 of my tips that I give my one-on-one, my group coaching. These are like quick tips for you to get out of it. The first one is to understand it. A lot of times my clients come to me and they're like, I want success and I want health and I want to be happy. They don't even know what it means. They can't define it for themselves. So the first thing I would have you do is, if you're stuck, define what stuck is for you. Like actually, like what is it? What does it mean to be stuck? And then what is success for you? So, because it means something different to all of us, right? And we're going to learn when we leave between red, green, yellow, and blue, like it means something different for all of us. So what does success look like for you? And what does being stuck look like for you? What is the outcome? What are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to do? I make people ask a lot of questions. As a trainer, I got to tell everybody what to do, and that was awesome. Like, they didn't get to think for themselves. I got to be a boss and in control. Red, awesome. But now as a coach, I have to kind of transition and do a little bit more like patience, which is really hard for me. But I got to teach them to think differently, look differently, get fresh perspectives, and kind of figure it out on their own without telling them how to do it. So that's the first step. Ask yourself all those questions. What's my outcome? What do I want to accomplish? How can I define being stuck? How do I define success for me? That's number 1. That's how you understand it. Number 2 is awesome. I learned this a long time ago in journalism and communications. Those are my degrees. Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Everybody else remember those? Everything you do, who, what, when, where, why, and how, the hell out of it. If you can do that, you'll get to your answers quickly, you'll have more clarity, and you'll also get more confidence and more courage from that, okay? So whatever it is that you're trying to get unstuck, who, what, when, where, why, and how. Only you can answer those questions. I can't, Steve can't. We can just give you the tools and the tips, right? Do you know what my third one is? This is a big one.
Laces.
Oh, you're in so much trouble later. Okay, it is, I'm remembering, because I was walking my block at like 5 a.m. this morning practicing this. No, I totally remember it, don't tell me. Rule it out and release. This is a big one. Rule it out and release. Woo! Any control freaks in here? No. Every red person should have your hand up. Okay. So, right, if you've got so much going on in your mind right now, you're going to brain dump it later, and that's a whole other conversation if you don't know what brain dumping is. Just get all this stuff, every single thought out of your head onto paper. Your brain literally needs to write it, so don't say it, don't dictate it. Get out pen and paper and write it down. Brain dump it all. Okay? Now we're going to rule out. Cross off every single thing that you can't control. Everything. Everything out of your control. You're waiting on a decision, cross it off. You're waiting on somebody else, cross it off. It's Steve's feelings, cross it off. Doesn't matter, okay? Like, cross everything off that you don't get to decide or have feelings, actions, thoughts, beliefs on. Then highlight, okay, the things that you can get to control. That's where you start. Okay, so if you're stuck, right, what can you control, what can you not? Eliminate, rule out, and then release it. Give that shit away. I didn't tell you I dropped some 4-letter words sometimes, but that's me, okay? We're working on it with Jesus. There's a t-shirt that says, I love Jesus and curse words, and I'm really trying. It's one of my things, just why you show up perfectly imperfect. All right, so we with me? We're going to rule it out, okay? And then we're going to release it, and then you're only going to highlight and do what you can. That's going to help you get unstuck anywhere, personally, professionally, physically. All right, and then the last one, I love this one. Anybody watch Gordon Ramsay? Like is it Hell's Kitchen? He's got a bunch of them, right? Have you given up? Right? Like he says that. So mine is like, have you no integrity? Have integrity with yourself. That's a tough one. That's an ouch for some people. I call it, it's one of my bonus ones, showing up ugly. You have to have integrity with yourself. Keep promises to yourself. So if you've made a promise to yourself, keep it. Have integrity with yourself. You have it with other people. Have it with yourself. A lot of times we're the last person on the list, even red personalities, because we're so focused on the thing, we forget to actually breathe and be like here now. And there's a whole bunch of other ones, but hopefully you'll learn that later because we've got exciting things coming for you. So understand it, who, what, when, where, why, and how, the heck out of it, right? Rule it out and release it. And number 3, you've got to build up your confidence by having integrity with yourself, okay? So I hope that helps somebody today. I'm going to pass some things out later. I'm Robyn Tanner, and Steve has changed my life, literally from the inside out. Because when I came to him, the first time I saw him speak, I sat in the back of the room and I was like, I don't ever want to speak in front of people. My gym is perfect, safe little bubble for me. I didn't ever see myself doing this. And I used to be a total blue, and now I'm like 80%, 85% red with that little bit of blue pizzazz. But anyways, thank you for what you've done for me, for my business, because that has ultimately changed thousands and thousands of my clients' lives. So you are awesome, and I love you.